Hi, I'm James Schilling-Law, and I'm here with actually a familiar face if you've been watching us over the years. It's Lorenzo Giannuzzi, who's the CEO and managing director of Forte Village on the island of Sardinia. And I was lucky enough we were just talking about this almost more than 3 years ago, to spend some good time at Forte Village. It's a wonderful, wonderful resort. And we have talked to Lorenzo since then about what's going on with the property. But we're here to get an update and also see how the summer is going so far for Forte Village. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Lorenzo, first of all, how are you and where are you? I assume you're in Sardinia.
I am in Sardinia, of course. I'm here. Now is the best time of the year to be in Sardinia. From now until the end of September, I will not move. I'm one of the lucky person who can afford to stay in Sardinia for longer than a couple of weeks. So
I wish I had your job, but my job is to just be a nomad around the world and get little tastes of every nice resort. And yours was one of the best, I remember. And let's remind our viewers exactly where Forte Village is on the island of Sardinia and what it includes, because you've got a lot on this property.
Right. I think, first of all, we are in the south of Sardinia, and in the west part of Sardinia, southwest. And basically, it's one special resort because it's composed and it's almost a destination in its own right, because there are 8 hotels in 25 hectares.
That always amazes me. 8 hotels. That's amazing. Yeah.
And there is a lot of service specifically for the people who stay in each hotel, but also there is a common ground of activity that is accessible to everybody. So we have 20 restaurants, of which 5 operated by Michelin star chef. Then we have 21 Academy of Sport. Now this year we change for the biggest team in the world, which is Real Madrid. So there will be.
No more Chelsea anymore, huh? It was real. Well, there might be some reason that, although they just got new owners, so maybe you'll invite them back someday. But yeah, Real Madrid. That's amazing because they just won the European Cup, the Championship Cup, right?
It's the most it's a good combination because it's the club with more titles, and Forte Village is also the hotel and the resort with more titles. So at the end of the day, it's a good blending. And we were about many times we discussed, and finally we find an agreement. And that's one of the additions of this year.
Well, I'd love to come for Real Madrid, but you have that soccer school, that whole camp. It's wonderful for kids and everyone else. Actually, you actually have a racetrack, if I recall.
Yeah, and one thing that is very important, we have a proper football ground. And this year, fun enough, Italy won the European Cup, just came and trained at Forte Village. So I think we contribute somehow to the championship.
Yeah, I know. I remember getting the tour and seeing a full football soccer field up there. It was just an amazing facility. And you've got a lot of things going on. I mean, you really have so many different activities for guests to do, right?
I think that's the peculiarity of Forte Village, that you can do almost everything that you like, starting from what we said, to the shopping, to the possibility of having entertainment of high caliber. We have both. We have the piazza where we have every night a big show. And also we have the arena where we bring international stars like Sting, like Bocelli. This year we will have Notre Dame de Paris musical. We will have also some very international star. So I think we offer a lot. Not forget our spa, which is one of the most celebrated spa with this unique method of thalassotherapy, which means we pump the water from the sea and we use the sea from the salt factory,
Wow.
which is very, very detoxing, very fantastic for keeping in good shape.
Now, so far this year, we're into the summer now, finally. And what do bookings look like for you this summer? And especially, have you gotten more Americans to come?
Definitely, we have more Americans. We are already at the same level of 2019. We hope to do even better, which is fantastic. And as you rightly said, American is one of the most growing market. We have a lot of Americans, but we have a lot of British, a lot of German, a lot of Swiss, a lot of French. So it's a real international surrounding. A bit less from the Eastern Europe country.
Right now, that's understandable. And then, but you saying this has been a pretty good summer so far?
Yes, fantastic.
And what is? Do you already have bookings for 23?
Well, and you know what happens normally that people, when they leave 22, they book for 23. So
okay,
the end of the summer, we have already, most of our rooms are occupied by the people who have been here. So we hope that will happen.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, you already told me about the big news with Real Madrid, which I did not know, which is a really cool thing. Anything new with your hotels, your many hotels, I should say?
Exactly. We have renovated completely some suite. We have done a lot of work into the, created some of the room that we have in the hotel. So the hotel really look wonderful, gorgeous, etc. We have also introduced new restaurants concept, other than Heinz Beck and the Ristorante San Domenico and all the Carlo Cracco and all the various 5-star. This year we also have a new intriguing type of cuisine, which is from a chef from Sweden.
Really?
Cook on a barbecue, both food and meat. So it's like a surf and turf.
That's a very interesting concept. I'd love to try that out. I know the Heinz Beck, the restaurant was super, but actually all the restaurants were wonderful. But that night that we ate there a few years back was just a very, very special evening. And now you got even more, right?
Yeah, and also now we also try to push our sister hotel, which is Fuji.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that one because that's a whole different story. Because now tell us a little bit about that sister hotel. Where is it, and how big is it?
It's 40 minutes from Rome.
Oh wow!
It's nearby Rome. It's reachable by motorways. It's reachable by obviously. There's a big advantage that it has 3 airports: the national airport where you can reach. One is Fiumicino, one is Ciampino, which is even closer, and also Naples, only 1 hour and 15 minutes from the hotel. You have also the fast train from Milan. You can stop by. And this hotel is in a valley. It's totally free of industrial settlement, so with a fantastic air. They have a special water, very famous because it's a detoxing water.
Okay.
And it's at 700-meter height, which is the perfect height for the oxygenation of the body. And we have medical and holistic therapies. They match together. And all this is also, we have created a cuisine concept with Heinz Beck, who is not only a gourmet chef, but we discovered that his real passion is a healthy kitchen.
Really? So he was in advance. He was with the wellness and the culinary concept before everybody. Yeah, that's great.
So we put him together with a group of professional nutritionists, and we create a sort of anti-inflammatory cuisine where you can get really an incredible result. In 1 week, you can eat and still lose weight, but you lose fat. You don't lose the fat, not massa grassa.
Muscle. Well, I could use that. Believe me, I could use the fat. The problem is usually when I come to these wonderful resorts, I eat a lot, and that just brings the fat. But it sounds like this would be the remedy for that, right?
It's the remedy. As a matter of fact, what we do, we take the blood at the beginning of the cycle, and then the week after, before they leave. And it's incredible what happens to your body. You can see in a tangible way how beneficial it is to your cholesterol, to your triglycerides, to your sugar, etc. So it's really incredible. So
now, do you have guests that go and do a stay at this property and then go to Forte Village, or the reverse?
Yeah, I do exactly. I keep in line, because the excess that I do in Forte Village, then
That's what I said. Is that the key? Is you go to Forte Village first, and then you go to your Rome, outside of Rome, and get it all reduced afterwards. That sounds like a good plan, actually.
It's a good plan, but now we also make our clients here taste some of this food. We have a section where you can also taste this healthy type of cuisine. So just to have the sense of what it expects you there. People are really very impressed with the quality and the taste of the food.
So you can test it at Forte Village and then get the whole experience when you're at the other property near Rome. That sounds wonderful. I got to tell you, you got to sign me up for that one, because I would do both. Come in. It sounds like I should do Forte Village first, and then your other. What's the name again?
Palazzo Fuji.
Palazzo Fuji. I should remember that one. And so you do those two, and then you don't have to worry, because you could eat all you want in Forte Village and then just burn it off in the other property. Though it sounds like. And how many rooms are in the Palazzo Fuji?
100 rooms.
Okay, so it's a much smaller property, because I know the Forte Village is just massive. Now let's get back to Forte Village very briefly. Any other new things that we should know about Forte Village this summer, or what you have planned?
Well, we have just also the new shopping area.
Okay.
We have Louis Vuitton is back. We have a lot of very important brand. And also, I think there is for children, we have created a little town for them where they can really also practice some, learn some art.
Wow.
So it's quite interesting.
Yeah. So I remember touring some of your children's facilities, which were wonderful. And a quick story: I was touring the children's area, the clubs, and some guy, he's from Italy, and he came up to me, and he had on his cell phone one of my videos that I do the interviews, and he's like pointing to, "Oh, you're him. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh my God, if somebody recognizes me, and he's not, I don't even think he was a travel advisor. He just somehow stumbled across my videos, and it was right in the middle of the children's club when I was on the tour. So you made me a little famous there, or at least my moment of fame, right? That somebody recognized me. But next thing, they're going to have to look at one of our videos and say, oh, it's both of them. We know them. So that was a lot of fun. But it sounds like you're really improving the facilities there and a lot of other things. Now, what should travel advisors here in the U.S. know about booking Forte Village for their clients? How can they best sell your wonderful resort, and also the Palazzo Fuji too?
Well, I think that we have somebody who represents us in US, and as an office in New York. But we also have, obviously, we are part of the leading hotel of the world,
right?
Part of Virtuoso.
Yeah.
So that's our partner with all the agency that work for Virtuoso and leading. They are our consolidated partner, and through them we get a lot of booking. And also for Palazzo Fuji, the same. We have the same representation, and we get ourselves also in the media. We also now close an agreement with the ranch Malibu.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they come and they do a very wealthy week where they have obviously their own program with hiking, some of the most beautiful countryside in Italy.
Mhm.
And so we have quite a lot of American staying in
No, that's great, and it sounds like there's more than enough to do at Forte Village, and then you can go detox at your Palazzo Fuji. So that's kind of a great combination to go into Italy and really get a different side of it. Now, where can travel advisors? What's your URL? I assume it's, what is it? ForteVillage.com. Is that's the URL?
ForteVillage.com.
Excellent. Well, Lorenzo, thank you so much for taking the time. I wish we were doing this in person. Because I would have.
You promise you we will do it in person.
Absolutely, and I want to go see your new property, which is just very close to Rome, and then. But as you said, maybe I go to Forte Village first, and then I have all your 20 restaurants, including this new concept with the Swedish chef. And I have to go back to Heinz Beck. He was amazing, and there are a lot of other wonderful restaurants and hotels. We tried a couple when we were there, and they just were absolutely amazing. But now with this other property near Rome, I can go back and not feel so guilty about it, right? So anyway, listen.
Look forward to see you soon.
Absolutely, Lorenzo. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.